Hello Cowboys Nation, welcome to another video, and without further ado, let's get to another round of news from America's team. Cowboys predicted to trade young edge to a contender before deadline. Could Sam Williams' days with the Dallas Cowboys be numbered? The Cowboys' edge has yet to really gel in Matt Eberflus' defense, and things may be lining up for the team to move on from him. Williams is on an expiring rookie deal. He's had limited production after a torn ACL, and now, with a suddenly crowded edge rotation, he's starting to look less like a long-term piece and more like a potential trade candidate. Garrett Podale of CBS Sports thinks so, naming Williams one of the team's most likely candidates to be moved before the November 4th deadline. Williams is a pending free agent, and he's got potential given his pedigree, being drafted in the second round, 56th overall, of the 2022 NFL Draft, Podale wrote on October 29. However, Dallas drafted an edge rusher in Donovan Ezeuoku in the 2025 draft's second round, and off-season free agency acquisition James Houston leads Dallas with 3.5 sacks. Williams, who is still just 26 years old, could be a nice rotation piece for a contender. Drafted 56th overall in 2022 out of Ole Miss, the 6'4", 265-pound Williams entered the league with loads of buzz. He played with a physical streak that jumped out, and he had a solid rookie campaign. He recorded 4.0 sacks in year one despite limited snaps and followed up with 4.5 more in 2023. Unfortunately, a torn ACL and MCL in July of 2024 cost him all of last season. Now, 8 games into his 2025 campaign, Williams has just 1.0 sacks, 3 tackles for loss, and 3 quarterback hits. His rookie deal, worth $6.53 million over 4 years, per Spotrac, expires after this season. That leaves Dallas with a seemingly easy decision: extend him after he hasn't hit his ceiling, or trade him for draft capital before losing him for nothing. The Cowboys also have options at edge after spending a second-round pick on Donovan Ezeuoku and re-signing Dante Fowler Jr. They also have Houston and continue to work in Marshawn Kneeland, who has as many sacks as Williams does this season. If Williams' role continues to shrink, a trade would add a future draft pick while also clearing a spot for younger, cheaper talent. The return might not be flashy, a day 3 pick, perhaps, but it's better than letting him walk for nothing in March. There are plenty of teams who could use pass rushing help. The Chicago Bears, Detroit Lions, and Buffalo Bills all come to mind, so Williams would likely have plenty of suitors. He's still just 25 years old, with legitimate burst and an early career track record of getting home when healthy. It remains to be seen whether Jerry Jones and company decide to put Williams on the trade block, but all things considered, it might be one of the more likely scenarios for the Cowboys heading into the 2025 deadline. Jerry Jones might have just exposed the Cowboys' trade deadline strategy. The Dallas Cowboys should absolutely participate in the upcoming NFL trade deadline. Whether they should be buyers or sellers is open for interpretation, however. The loss to the Broncos proved Dallas' defense might be a lost cause, and has propelled a lot of seller conversations. Jerry Jones admitted that the defeat did not change his stance on the deadline. He stated previously that the Cowboys have the ammo to make deals, but history has told us they won't act unless the price is absolutely right. That's a scary thought given the team's recent trade history, but Jones made it clear that Dallas is open for business. What position they choose to upgrade is the million-dollar question. Well, Jones' Tuesday hit on 105.3, the fan seemed to hint that the team might want a new linebacker. We need to basically have better play from the linebackers, maintaining the integrity of your gaps, which the linebackers have to fill, Jones said. The linebackers have to slide, and so they did a good job on us, Denver, the other day, and we did a poor job, so we've got to do better there. Jones has said the Cowboys are not shopping for a pass rusher, but Fox NFL insider Jay Glazer reported over the weekend that Dallas called about Raiders star Max Crosby and Bengals star Trey Hendrickson. They were rebuffed by both teams, but it seems the front office is doing its due diligence on multiple positions. Linebacker, though, has been a glaring weakness this season. Kenneth Murray has continued to be a slow processor and show next to zero gap discipline. His situational awareness in coverage on third downs is non-existent. It remains absolutely baffling that Dallas traded for him in the offseason. Rookie Shamar James has been the Cowboys' most promising linebacker. He can develop into a potential future starter, but he's far too inconsistent to have played the 8th most snaps on the defense through 8 games. Jack Sanborn, meanwhile, hasn't played in 3 games because of a concussion and a groin injury. He's missed a team-high 7 tackles and has been picked on in coverage. The Cowboys seem to be targeting Week 12 for DeMarvion Overshown's return. He will be a revelation, but fans should temper expectations. Coming off major knee surgery, he should not be expected to fix everything. Either way, Jones desperately needs to get a proven veteran in the room if he wants to salvage the season. Several teams including Cowboys monitoring top Jets trade candidate. Similar to the Tennessee Titans, the New York Jets also have plenty of talent that could become available as a trade candidate, but one name to keep an eye on is Quincy Williams. According to reports, while Jermaine Johnson and Quinnen Williams are getting most of the attention, teams are still monitoring the situation with Quincy Williams. After his return to practice, it shouldn't be a surprise if the Jets decide to move on from him at the right price. Originally selected in the 3rd round of the 2019 NFL Draft, the former Murray State product is in his final year of his current deal. It wouldn't be the hardest thing for the Jets, as if they see Quincy perform at the highest level and the Jets are still losing, it would be best to move on while he's healthy and a solid trade piece to recoup some draft capital. New York has yet to win a game this season, so many should expect the Jets to fire sale and sell a lot of their players to build a new roster led by the regime of head coach Aaron Glenn. Williams isn't the most explosive addition, but he could be a solid rotating piece for a team's defense. From the Cowboys' perspective, this trade would make a lot of sense. Owner Jerry Jones continues to hint that a defensive trade could be on the way soon. This may very well be Quincy Williams at the right price since he has the contract that fits with the Dallas budget. With the Cowboys looking to extend George Pickens, they should ensure they have plenty of cap space to afford the potential trade. Williams is no Trey Hendrickson and Max Crosby, who are atop the list for the Cowboys, but it gives them another rotating linebacker edge.